Fox News, a place where sensationalistic sound bites, what attracts the most attention, the shallow and vacuous, Fox's corporate interests, and even downright propaganda can rule the day, and the truth can be completely lost in the fray in a spectacular way every single goddamn day. As some of you may know, the LA affiliate of Fox, the same people and channel who made the infamous quote-unquote news segment slamming Anonymous that was a total mischaracterization of them, and keep in mind that's coming from a guy, me, who is definitely not a fan of Anonymous, as I've spoken out at great length about immoral things Anonymous has done. The LA affiliate of Fox did a news story on cyberbullies back in 2008, and I appeared in the segment. I talked for many hours with people from Fox, and they got a lot of footage of me talking about a large variety of subjects. In the segment, Fox made me appear to be a victim of cyberbullies by putting my YouTube name up in text, and under my name was the word victim. This seemed very strange because I spent a lot of time with Fox going into how I was able to prevent cyberbullies from victimizing me, and in person the Fox guys seemed to completely agree with me. But when I actually made it to TV on Fox, all of a sudden I was portrayed as a quote-unquote victim. How was I a victim? Can someone explain this to me? I could understand if someone wanted to label me as a victim if I had been hurt in some manner, scared, or really bothered by the fucktards online trying to victimize me, but this was not the case. As a result of Fox claiming I was a victim, many people thought I had falsely made myself out to be a victim to Fox, which was an understandable, albeit untrue assumption on their part, and that pissed some people off because they knew I was not a victim in any normal sense of the word. Also, people who didn't like me tried to use this segment as ammunition against me and said things like, "See, we got him! We victimized him! He got owned!" And, "He lied about being a victim! He lied!" I felt I had to explain the truth to countless people that I did not portray myself as a victim to Fox, and I ended up explaining that to many people. And that was a bit of a pain in the ass. Now I know that Fox was working with a limited amount of airtime and a limited amount of editing time, but surely they could have painted a more accurate picture of my circumstances in a similar amount of time, right? Also, while Fox was filming me, I gave them many good tips on how people can defend themselves online from stalkers, bullies, harassers, and sexual predators. But they never aired even one fucking second of my advice. This was disappointing for me because that advice potentially could have really helped out a great many people. And guess what? Fox is at it again lately. The LA affiliate of Fox recently aired a different segment on an apparent online predator that was arrested, and they included some footage of me in that segment too. In the newer segment, Fox seems to imply that I'm a child predator and or that I've been a sexual victim of child predators. And both of those things are patently untrue. But the truth seems to be of little concern all too often at Fox. They seem to care far more about sensationalistic quote-unquote stories that can help them get lots of viewers to enable them to make as much money as possible. Hey, let's take a look at that footage of the newer segment from Fox that I was in.
Maybe one of the saddest examples of online exploitation. Individuals who coerce underage girls to perform on a webcam without realizing they're being recorded and shared all over the net. Investigators say Silipini shared those videos and other child porn on internet sites with other people doing the same thing.
Not going to take my top off.
We first broke the story last year on whole internet communities dedicated to sexually exploiting underage girls.
Not showing it, okay? No.
This echoes what we reported a year ago. Child predators gathering on websites, not only to exchange videos, but also to share tactics.
They're like little wolf packs.
We see my hand, faintly hear my voice, and see my old YouTube channel when the narrator mentions child predators gathering on websites. They show the back of me looking at my videos on YouTube on a computer when the narrator brings up child predators exchanging videos. Fox seems to imply that I am a child predator and or that I've been a sexual victim of child predators, and Fox also seems to imply that I exchanged pornographic videos of children on my YouTube channel. Since I was the only person shown in my videos on my old YouTube channel back then, was I exchanging pornographic videos of myself when I was a child on my own fucking YouTube channel? I don't recall that happening. I find it very odd how YouTube featured my channel when I was supposedly openly distributing child porn of myself on YouTube for several years. I guess YouTube advertises and encourages child porn according to Fox? Hey, maybe that can be Fox's next breaking story and their next misadventure into inaccurate, fictional, and unethical journalism, eh? By the way, what's with the guy after me in the segment who is pretending, and very poorly I might add, that he is typing? Why is that there? What's the point? Why is the fake typist there? I feel that the guy fake typing more or less defines Fox's news outlets in a microcosm. With both Fox's quote-unquote news and the fake typist, there is activity and movement, but it's utterly lacking in projecting anything of actual depth and substance, and at the same time they are faking that they are doing something of actual depth and substance, and it's easy to see that they are faking. They are not doing what they are pretending to do. See some real parallels there. Also, a Fox producer by the name of Dan Layton, by the way, he was apparently largely responsible for the production of the famous Bullshit Anonymous segment Fox did, as well as the 2 segments with footage of me. Dan Layton promised me a segment on both TV and the internet that would be focused on me soon after the cyberbully piece aired. It seemed really plausible that Fox would do exactly what was promised too, because they were spending hours with me and they shot so much footage of me after the cyberbully segment aired. Now here it is, all this time later, and they still haven't fucking put that footage of me up after the promise to do so. I spent hours with those fucking sleazy shitstains, gave them plenty of my time, shared my thoughts and experiences, and the best they can do after promising me a segment focused on me is show me for less than half a minute where they paint a warped, fake picture of my situation and circumstances, and where they arguably portray me as a child predator? This is yet another unethical and questionable move in a long and sordid history of unethical and questionable moves by Fox. Speaking of unethical behavior, Dan Layton, once again the producer apparently largely responsible for the horseshit segment on Anonymous, Dan Layton admitted to me in person that he knew the segment on Anonymous that he apparently helped make was over-the-top sensationalistic bullshit. It seems the segment was made to drum up attention for Fox, which could help increase their revenue. Dan, I recall when you said to me in person about Fox, quote, "We're the good guys," end of quote. I have to emphatically disagree with that assessment, Dan. Good guys don't make blatantly biased propaganda on the quote-unquote news, which is more like comedy masquerading as news, that is so far removed from reality it's laughably bad, and good guys also aren't supposed to lie and break promises. Fox, you just got exposed for what you are, by what you've done. Are you guys the quote-unquote victims now because you've been verbally bitch-slapped with the truth? Fox is full of bullshit, motherfucker!
In the indictment and criminal complaint, investigators say Silipini stole the screen names of a handsome teenage boy and used his photos to romance underage girls. Investigators say first he got the girls to engage in sex chats, then had them move to sites where they could share live video from their webcams. They say he pressured them to get naked and masturbate. The FBI says Silipini told the girls they couldn't see him because his mother had taken away his webcam.
You've been verbally bitch-slapped by the truth? Fox is full of bullshit, motherfucker!